everyone, how you doing? I thought I'd quickly pop by to film my my halfway through the year WIP parade. It's a little bit late. I might only have 30 to 40 minutes before Sydney and his dad come in, so I might have to stop the video short if they come in early. But that's fine, we'll just do it in 2 segments. So I'm going to go through them relatively quickly. I won't be doing any of this, I'll just pop pictures in along the way. In fact, I might move up a little bit just so I've got some space on the screen to put pictures up along the way. So, when I did my New Year WIP parade, I had 21, I believe. Or have I got 21 now? I've got 21 now, so I might have to go back and look what I had before. I've had 2 finishes, and I've had 2 that I've scrapped entirely, which are the Fireman Sam ones and, or the one Fireman Sam one, and there's a Flower Fairy one that I started, and it's now at my mum's house because we did this thing where we swapped cross stitch. I've had 2 finishes. So, one finish I'm going to show you today, because I literally finished last night, and the other one was my Barn Owl by Cottage Garden Samplings, which I've shown on previous videos. So I'm going to get straight to it, and I don't have a finished picture of the one I finished, which is Garden Adventures by Margaret Sherry, but I have the finished object. Which way is the camera? There. Hopefully you can all see that okay. You're going to have to excuse the creases, and I haven't ironed it or done anything with it yet. This was just done on a basic 14 count Ada, using the called for DMT threads. I think it had 13 French knots in, which I'm pretty proud of. I did those. This one had so much backstitch, it was just crazy. A bit of a close-up. And yeah, I think it's adorable. It's going to go back. It's going to go up in my kitchen. Tap the screen. There you go, focus. So these are in no particular order. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to grab them. So first up is Bo Peep by Heaven and Earth. You will see pictures flashing up on the screen. And truthfully, I don't really think I've done anything this year. There you go, my progress. Nothing to really talk about, so I'm just going to move on. It is one of the smallest Heaven and Earth projects on their website. So if you fancy something small, choose that one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Next up is my lovely Flower Hedgehog. Now, I've been doing, this is probably one of the ones that I have been doing the most on. All the threads are going to drop out now. This be the front. And it's always really hard to see your progress on these because of the stamped symbols. So if I show you the back, you can see, you know, there's really not much more to do on this now. Ignore my messy back. I'm not ashamed of a messy back. That's absolutely fine. Well done if you can keep a neat back, but I really don't think it matters. It goes in the frame or whatever anyway. No one sees the back. And that's that one. Like I said, I will be adding pictures if I have them from around Christmas time. My progress, where I was at the time. That one. I'm just throwing them back in the box as I go along. I hate feeling rushed, but if I don't do it now, I don't think I'll get it done. So next up is actually a new addition. It wasn't in my last WIP parade. And it's this lovely jelly bean cat design. So all my progress has been since Christmas, and so far, you can't see, I've done the bar at the top and a few bits here and there, so I'll show you the back. So not masses of progress, but I am enjoying it. when I lose my cross stitching mojo, I tend to sway towards the printed ones. I just think they're very good. They're easy, you know, you don't have to pay too much attention. Next up is the cross stitch that the lovely Tracy sent me, which is this one. So that's also a new edition, and it's also a stamped cross stitch. And when I first received it, I was doing quite a lot on this. So I'll show you which way around is it? It's front. Again, you're not going to be able to see. So this is how much I've got done in the couple of weeks since Tracy sent it to me. Quite happy with that. I absolutely love doing this one. Again, another one of the stamped ones. I just find them very enjoyable. Which I didn't think I would. Because in my mind, I sort of aimed it towards like beginner cross stitches. What next? I'm probably not saying enough information about these, but they are just stamped cross stitches so far. So you can usually find these on Amazon or Paint Some Way. What's the other ones? There's loads of these sort of like Chinese branded stamped cross stitches online. And there's a good chance you'll find these designs on each of them. So next up is my Vervaco cushion kit. I absolutely love these. They're about just over £20 each. You can get quite a lot of different ones. There's an owl one I really want to do. So I'll pull this out. And I have done a lot of this actually. You might not be able to tell. Needles in a weird place. Right, try and move that out of the way. Come on. Hold this thread out of the way. I hope you can tell. I just don't know what's going on. I need to pull the needle out. Right. And that is what I've done so far. So I believe, I'm not even sure this was in my last WIP parade actually, because I got it for Christmas. So it might have been that this was added afterwards. But I have been working on this a lot, particularly, well, you work from left to right and you're supposed to go up and down, which I try to stick to a degree. So I've just been getting into doing a lot of the hedgehog's face. It's quite strange to work with yarn instead of cross-stitch thread. But again, I can't wait for this one to be done. Although, truthfully, I don't think I need any more cushions on this sofa. I've got loads of them. That one. Next up is... Let's see if I've got a picture. I think I've only got a Diddy picture, but it's a picture nonetheless. It's this one. So this is by a designer called Susan Bates. You can find her on Etsy actually. And yeah, this is such a beautiful design. This is actually from Cross Stitcher magazine, April 2020, if anyone's interested. And I'm doing it on a pale blue Ada that I bought from Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. I want to say it was around £5 for the Ada. And I believe, I'll show you, I believe around Christmas time I'd done the basket and I'd done these two colours, but I'd gone wrong. So actually when I picked it up again, I managed to fill in a lot of the balloon and correct what I've done so far. This isn't a favourite of mine to stitch. I don't know why, because the colours are absolutely beautiful. And I will finish it. And I have noticed that there are many other hot air balloon designs in Cross Stitcher magazine. So whether they're all by Susan or not, I think they probably are. I can feel myself rushing. Apologies. So next up is my Dragon Girl. So at my last WIP parade, again, I can't remember for sure, but I'll show you a picture a bit longer. I think I'd done a few stitches basically, and my progress since has been just a few random thread, just a few stitches more. So not masses of progress. I do love this needle minder though. Not today, Satan. Very cute. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's a Joy Sunday kit. I don't particularly like the chart on it, so I think that puts me off doing it. So I can't see myself picking this up anytime soon. Although I would love the finished design. It's always the way, isn't it? Next up is a new start since Christmas, and it is this lovely Highland cow. This was bought by my boyfriend. I want to say for my birthday actually. No, because he bought me the Lowry stand. I think it was Christmas. And I've only not long picked it up. And I have done a very pathetic amount of stitches at the bottom. So not much to show you on that one. So I shall move on. It is a really nice kit. I know for a fact he got this off of Amazon. I'll show you again. It's this brand, YSBSM. But I'm sure if you put colourful cow cross stitch or something like that, it would pop up. And I think the frustrating thing for me is knowing that that whole white background is stitched. You get quite a few of these little white hanks of thread. Right, I know I've got good progress on this one. I will put the picture of this one up because it's a vintage chart that my mum gave me, so I don't have a front page. It is I Love You by Country Companions. It was released in 1993. I'd have been 2 years old. And this is, ooh, it's a bit loose in the Q snap, so please excuse that. This is how far I got to now. Why is it not tightening up? It is what it is. So my progress since Christmas, I've done a bit of the bench. I filled in the jump, well, there was quite a lot already filled in, but I filled in a bit of the jumper. I've started on the face, and I did this balloon. So I know progress has been good on this since my last WIP parade. And I would like to just crack on and get it done, to be honest. So this is definitely one that I will pick up. If I could get it done before Christmas, that'd be great. Watch this space. And I'm very happy I'm soaring through these. I just really don't want to get interrupted. I want to show you all what I've got, and I want to feel included. So my next one is one I'm actually going to keep out because I'm going to do it for Jolly July, and it is this lovely Merry Christmas Owls. I think this is originally a Soda Stitch design, but this, I bought this off AliExpress, not going to lie. I think it was like £3.50, so I absolutely love it. It's adorable. And I can't remember how much I've done. Again, if I've got a picture, I will insert it. But this is how far I've got so far. I can't remember if I finished... No, I haven't even finished out, like, the back stitch on the owl. But the stitches for that one owl are done. He is very cute. I do like this needle minder as well. It says, life is tough, but so are you. And it's very true. We're all very strong and tough when we have to be, eh? So, I'm going to keep that to that side. That's going to be my Jolly July piece. Oh, and also, I got a Mirabilia from a very kind Mirabilia group member for Secret Santa. It's Holly by Nora Corbett. And I'm probably going to start that for Jolly July as well, even though I really don't need any new starts. But the fact that I've got 2 finishes this year it makes me feel so good. So next up is another one I know I've got good progress. I don't think I would have started this before Christmas, or if I did, the progress was very small on it. like minuscule 10 stitches, if that. And that is this lovely owl kit, which was also gifted to me from someone off Facebook. And the kit itself is an anchor kit. I think it's quite an old one. And this is my progress now. You can see it's an owl at least. I love owls, so I really cannot wait to get this done. I'm very excited. That'll be a cool thumbnail for this video. Why does YouTube not do that, right? I'm sure there's many opportunities where there's quite a cute picture of me as a thumbnail, but YouTube just selects the ones where I'm looking crazy or look like I'm eating or something. Right, wedge that back in there. We're doing it, we're doing it. Next up is my lovely, lovely Daisy girl. Again, I'm not 100% if I've worked on this since Christmas or not. Again, I think if I have, it is only going to be, excuse the needle, a few of the light blue stitches that I've put in. So not massive progress. Again, this is a very old kit. This, I absolutely love this sort of oatmeal fabric it comes on. It's a Janlin kit. I absolutely love Janlin kits. And I remember my mum completing some of these in a series when I was a child. So I don't know whether she's had this kit since I was a child. And it's more than likely that she has. And I stole it off her. And it's mine now, bitch. Next up. Oh, I'm feeling all like... It's feeling sassy today. Next up is... my gorgeous Heaven and Earth Designs Babysitting by Linda Ravenscroft. I absolutely love Linda Ravenscroft designs. I want them all. And I'm really getting my years mixed up. I don't think I've done any this year after my page finish. I'm going to have to watch my other video back and then just edit some of these details in as I go along. But that is my progress. Isn't... oh. The lighting's gone weird. Isn't she beautiful? And you can start to see like a little goblin appearing over there. And her wings. This is done on a 25 count even weave. And I'm not going to unfold it because it's absolutely massive. It's a lovely colour. I think I might have bought it from Lakeside a very long time ago. Like lockdown days, time ago. Actually, it's just popped into my head. It was from Lakeside, but it was my mum's, and she decided she couldn't see that small, so I nicked it again. We do it to each other. She's not a victim. The amount of things when I go around her house, I'm like, that's mine. Right. I meant to say, I have finished an entire page on that one, and I've just realised I've got a cross stitch upstairs actually as well. I might pause it 1 second. See, I wasn't long, was I? Bloody out of breath though. Why can't I can't even think what this is called. This is a new start for this year. It was when I got my Lowry stand, and it's called Amongst the Koi. It's by Jasmine Beckett Griffiths, and this is what I've done so far. I can't ever see. I think she's lovely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in my stitches and all that stuff. This is being done 2/1 tent stitch, and the Ada's actually a printed Ada even weave, and it's not going to matter because once it's all stitched you won't even see the background, but I was never going to use it for anything else, so it was something that I had as a gift, and I love that one. I can't wait to put more stitches in that one. Because it's on such a big frame, I hide it in my wardrobe and then I forget about it. Next up is also a Heaven and Earth Designs one. It's called Tag Along and it's by Hannah Lynn. And I can't remember if I started this year or not. I'm thinking now I've just got really poor memory, or I should have watched my video before filming, but I saw a chance and I took it. This is my progress so far. You're gonna have to ignore all the parked threads. And this DMC Diamante, I want to say it's called, is a pig to stitch with. It's awful. So I tried to do as much of that as possible to get it out of the way. And again, I don't know how much. I started off with Royal Rose, but I decided that's not for me. Or it probably is for me to go around the edges with it, and then I just want to be crazy with the inside and do whatever I want. Sometimes I decide to stitch on what colour has the most stitches left. Sometimes I take the least colour and try and dot about, you know how it is. But I'm not very good with rules. Bear with me, I've got a phone call coming in. Ugh. I hate being interrupted on these things, and it's really hard to get 20 minutes to myself where I can just film and be merry. But anyway, we'll carry on. They're going to be about 20 minutes. That's what the call was about. And I don't have masses left to show you, so maybe I can slow down a little bit and just enjoy filming. Lovely. Right, next up is another Heaven and Earth design. It is called Cradle by Moonlight, and it is by, I can't remember, not Stephanie. I'll put it on the screen. I cannot remember. It's going to bother me. I want to say it's by Molly Harrison, but I could be wrong. I'll put it on the screen. And I don't think I've done any this year. This is where I'm at, where I'm still at. And I'm a whole page down. The colours on this are absolutely stunning. I absolutely love the fabric. You can see the fabric's not that big, so this isn't going to be very big either. And this is, I want to say it's a 25 count linen, and I'm doing 2/1 full cross. And I thought the needle minder matched perfectly with this project. And I started this one when I had Sydney, because I was like, oh, mum and her baby. And now my baby ain't a baby no more, and he's gobby. And I just don't know where he gets it from. I just don't understand. Next up, you would have seen many times, is my Moon Maiden design. It's by Jan Lynn. And I just love this. It's so beautiful. I am doing exactly doing everything that came in the kit. It's just a 14 count Ada. It's a navy Ada. I'm not going to take it out of the frame, but this is my progress so far. If I took it out of the frame, you'd just see that the moon would be a little bit longer than it is on here. So this is the baby minus a head. So I'm going to finish, or did I finish the moon? I finished the moon. I have finished the moon this year. So what I'm going to do is go in and probably start doing like the baby's facial features and the maiden's face and all that. There is a really long bit to her dress, like down here, which I have to have small goals. So at the moment it's going to be like the head and their features, and I think that'll keep me focused. And again, I started this because I had a baby. So what do? You buy loads of pictures of mums and their babies. I might sound a little bit crazy, but I wanted Sydney. I wanted a baby for such a long time, and even to this day I feel so blessed to have him in my life. So next up again, I think, well, this isn't a Heaven and Earth actually. This one is Summer Memory Jars by Susan Bates. So the same lady who designed the hot air balloons. And I know a few other people did this. I think Cross Stitch Bunny did the Christmas jars. And then Lindsay, I think her name's Lindsay, from Blush in Pink Stitches, she's finished this one. So this is the Summer Memory Jars. Oh, you see that okay? Because I can't see over my camera. I can't see very well. Let's fold it up. Let's make life easier. A day at the beach. And I just think this is adorable. But motivation-wise, I've done one now. It's finished. I haven't picked it up since. So I can't remember if I finished this before or after Christmas again. If I've made progress on any of these since Christmas, I'll put a picture in if I have one. If not, then just assume I haven't done any since Christmas. Unless I say it's new, then obviously there won't be pictures anyway. I do dream of a day where I do a nice, you know, pulled together YouTube video and it's so organised like some of you guys. But truthfully, I am a bit all over the place in my day-to-day life. So, next up is Toil by Melanie Dillon. It's probably the biggest chart I've started. I mean, it's huge, right? And I absolutely fell in love with this design. I've decided to do all the black first. And I think I probably have put some stitches in since Christmas. I remember doing quite a lot, but I'm not sure if it was before or after. But this is where I'm at now. And this perfect box is because I've been making little boxes like that. And then of an evening, I know I can just sit down and fill them in. I don't know what I'm doing on this one. And I think I've changed over so many times now. I'm doing 2 or 1 threads. I think I'm doing 2 over 1. I'm doing 2 over 1. 10th stitch. But I don't know if you can tell. Down here was full cross. And then as I started filling it in, I turned to 10th stitch. And to be honest, life's too short. I cannot spend the next 50 years stitching just black. But this one does need some love. I haven't done it for a while. And this is why I'm going to try not to start too many new haids. Although I'm hankering for one more haid, I think. One more smaller haid. Maybe a mini or a quick stitch. I've got a lot in my collection I can pick from. Next up, again, not sure if I've done it this year, is my Bothy cow. How bloody cute is that? I meant to say on the Toil, the last one, I was using 32 gridded even weave. And it's a very large bit and it cost me quite a lot of money. There you go. So, Bothy threads. I'm not too sure I've even picked this up this year, to be honest. But I'll show you where I'm at now. I don't know which way round it is. I think it's that way round. That is all I've done. So we shall see where this takes us. This is a gift from my mum. I think she bought it off Amazon. And yeah, Bothy kits are always adorable. There's so many I would like to do. But story of my life. There's so many things I want to stitch and just not enough hours in the day. And then it makes me feel sad that, sorry, that dropped something. You know, the more things that I start, the less things that I'm ever going to finish. So, I think I am going to have to rein it in a little bit. And then, very last but not least, is Ripples by Stephanie Law on Haid. Oh, it's in the hoop. This was my very first Heaven and Earth piece. It's a story keep. And I'm 2 pages in now. It's on a 25 count even weave. And truthfully, I've done 2/1 full stitch. And it is the thickest bit of cross stitch that I own. Let's see it. It is really starting to take shape now though. But listen, look. It's rock hard. It like hardly bends. It's rock hard. But I love this one. So I know I've made progress on this one because I have done it in the last few weeks actually. Put some more stitches in. I think I finished the page. And then I started coming down here. So this has had a little bit of love. And there you have it. That's all my WIPs. I am super chuffed about my finish that I showed this one. I think I'm just going to go super simple. I'm going to pop it in a white frame and it's going to go in my kitchen. I think it'd be really nice like if guests see this as the first thing as they come through the door. I think that would be really adorable. So I'm going to also treat this as my Flosstube, now I've got a little bit of time, and just give you a life update, I guess. What's new with me? I don't know if I've said this previously, so I've been accepted to an open university course. I'm going to be doing a degree in English literature and creative writing. So I'm actually filled with nerves now. I'm really worried I'm not going to get enough hours in my day to actually do it because I do work full time. Obviously, have to juggle Sydney, doing my cross stitch. But I kind of gather that in some downtime at work, I could probably get on with it. But obviously, it's English literature. It means I'm going to have to read quite a lot of books. So I don't know whether I could get away with just reading at bedtime, or I'm going to have a book glued to my hand permanently. But for me, you know, I've got some education and it was based through going out to work and getting the MVQs and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't have A-levels, I don't have a degree. So, I mean, I'm 32 now and I just feel like it's time. And I'm not doing this for a career. I just want to be able to say, you know, I'm degree educated, I took the time and I did this for me. And it might mean that going forward when I do apply for jobs, you know, on the job advertisement sometimes it does say it's essential for you to be educated to a degree level. So it's, you know, it's either going to be a complete waste of my time, but I might get to read some books along the way and learn a few techniques with writing, which can't be too bad. So yeah, I'm just going to go for it. If I really hate it, then I suppose I'll just finish after maybe the first year, but I'm going to give it a very good go. No one in my family, or my immediate family, have ever gone to university. I know I'm still not physically going to university, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to do a little bit of self-improvement. So that's something I feel mega good about. And then lastly, last Saturday, I went to a craft group, which I just really loved it. Everyone was so friendly. I went with Kelly, who I actually met through my Flosstube. So hi, Kelly. And went with you. I met you there. And she was very lovely, so was her daughter, and everyone around me was so friendly. There was people knitting, cross-stitching, sewing. Kelly and I obviously were cross-stitching. Her daughter was drawing, which she's really talented at. And I can't wait to go again this Saturday. It doesn't cost a lot to get in, and it's on for 3 hours, which I think is a really decent amount of time. And all the funds and stuff that they raise for it goes towards local charities, which is also a very good cause. So I'm just absolutely chuffed that I have this resource on my doorstep now to meet new people. You know, you're always learning off of people when you get together in big social groups, and yeah, it was just fantastic. I think my plan is, if I can, if I've got the money, if I can go, is to actually get my ass down to South Bank on, what date is it? 23rd of this month at the South Bank Centre in London. Faye from Fairy Floss creates. She throws a Show Up and Stitch event, and I've been saying for absolutely months that I want to go, and I've never had the money, or I've had a prior engagement, and this month I've got a feeling I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make sure that I show up and stitch. I do have a wedding the day before, so I'll try not to drink too much, because being hungover would suck, and that would be the one thing stopping me this month. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make it happen, and I'm just gonna try and immerse myself back into the world of cross stitch, because I've missed making my floss tubes. It is something I really enjoy, and I miss like obsessing over cross stitch as well. I used to spend my days like thinking about what I'm going to cross stitch when I get home, trying to work out plans, trying to put as many stitches down as I can, and that seems to be completely gone. So, and then last up, it's not really a life update, but tonight I'm meeting someone else who I've been speaking to online. She's not stitchy or anything, but I'm just trying to get a bit of a social life out again. So Sydney's gonna get back, we're gonna have dinner, and then we're gonna go out and just have a drink at the pub, which would be really nice. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be back, hopefully as a regular thing. I think even if I can put a 10-minute video out once a week, that would be absolutely lovely. So thank you for sticking around and getting this far. If you are new here and you like what you watched, what you saw, I can't speak most of the time. If you like my video and you're new, please subscribe. I would appreciate it greatly. And if you're not old, but if you're a familiar face, then thank you again for taking the time to watch my videos. As always, drop me a thumbs up or a comment below. I always respond. I love seeing everyone's comments. It makes me very happy indeed. And I will see you next time. Ta-ra, ta-ra.